What's up, everybody? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. I will be the first one to admit that this season sucks. It stinks. It's terrible. It's awful, and it's just like you almost just don't want to watch anymore, but it's like a car crash. You can't help but watch, or at least I can't. As bad as this year's been, losing my quarterback, Dak Prescott, and losing so many players this season that's been rushed to get out there without training camps and OTAs and stuff. The Cowboys rushed to try and get some bodies to fill some holes and things that just didn't work out. Watching the game last night actually gave me some hope. And it made me realize 100% that the Cowboys just don't have any luck when it comes to signing players as free agents. I honestly can't think of too many recent free agents. Now, somebody said, "Oh, well, you can talk about Charles Haley. That was a great move." But it's like, yeah, that's when we had Jimmy Johnson here, who was basically saying, "I want that guy." Okay. Jimmy Johnson, of course, is the one who ended up drafting or figuring out the guys that fit his system and built the team, and also had that Herschel Walker trade. The thing that has worked for the Cowboys is the Cowboys have been able to find more Pro Bowl players through the draft than anybody over the last 10 years. The problem has been is getting them to perform on the field, and I think that's a coaching issue more than anything else. But first, you have to get the talent. Now, a lot of the talent's been wasted. You can look and say Tyron Smith, who has probably had a Hall of Fame career. We didn't win much with him, but the way he used to could just push a guy with one arm and just throw him out of the way was an incredible player. It's not his fault that his talent got wasted. We spent a lot of money on free agents that never did anything for us. And so that's not the route for the Cowboys going forward. You're getting guys that you're paying a premium price. Sometimes they've already checked out. They're just kind of getting a check. And they don't really have an incentive to play lights out for another contract. They're paid for the next 4 or 5 years. They feel entitled. They're going to pay me, $100 million. Why do I have to worry about it? They cut me. It's okay. I'm still going to get paid. But those young guys that are on that first contract, they're looking to get that next contract. They know if I play good, I'm going to get paid. And the only way I'm going to get paid is by playing good. There's an incentive. So we got rid of all that dead weight. Don Terry Poe, he was on the PUP list in training camp. He really didn't do much. But we started playing some younger guys, and it seemed like we were actually able to stop the run last night. You think about Gallimore. You think about Randy Gregory doing the stuff that he did. All of a sudden, you start putting these younger guys in there, it gives you a little bit of hope. Just a little bit. You saw D-Law actually step up. And when those guys stepped up, the linebackers had a little bit easier. They played better. And then you see Diggs. Diggs is going to be a baller. So I look at this and say, maybe we're not as far away as we thought. Now, we got a lot of guys that are free agents, Jordan Lewis, Awuzie, Xavier Woods, guys that you got to look at and say, we need to upgrade. Maybe we try and get a lights out, shut down corner, in free agency. Maybe try and roll the dice one more time, but you really just need to build in the draft. And we have the opportunity because we've lost. Now, the Giants right now, when I came out here at least, had just kicked a field goal, and they're up 17-15. Them winning helps us, moves us up another notch. And you start looking at this and saying, if we can get the players that we need to fill these holes, which will be dirt cheap because they are for young guys. That'll allow us to keep getting out from under some of these contracts that we have. We got to have a lights out draft, but I feel like you're not as far away as you think. We actually, when you look at our draft, just think about this on our draft. You got guys that are playing right now that are getting experience. You know Diggs is a player. 2 interceptions. He's trial by fire. He's taking on the best receivers on other teams. I'm okay with him. You look at Gallimore. He's still young. Still got to get his man body and everything else and got a lot to learn. But he's doing pretty good there in the middle. You think about Randy Gregory, who's 27, but he ain't got no wear and tear on his body. He doesn't, because he hasn't been playing for a while. He had 4 solo tackles last night. Okay, I can work with that. D-Law, 2 sacks last night. I think he doubled his season performance last night. Okay, that's a good core. And you got 2 of those guys in the draft this year. On the offensive side, you got CD with Dak Prescott was balling out. CD was on record pace. I don't think he's going to get it now that Dak's gone, but you know that guy can play with the right quarterback. Forgotten is a trade that I bet you the Eagles are looking back now and saying, don't, because they traded with the Cowboys that ended up bringing us our center. Badass. You see he's got talent. 4th round draft pick, solid center. We're good at center. We got a guard. Tyron Smith will be back, but you still need to draft a tackle. So if we can get a couple more offensive linemen in here, okay. Then all of a sudden you get a couple of offensive linemen, you get Dak back, you've got wide receivers, you've got, one really good tight end that's playing right now, and you get another one that'll be coming back in Dalton Schultz. Wait a minute. This could be 2015 to 2016, where we lost Tony Romo, ended up being bad, had high draft picks, and ended up getting Zeke and Dak and Anthony Brown and Malik Collins. And actually, I ain't mad at Malik Collins either. But it sucks for this year. I know it's hard to watch our team lose week after week, but don't think of it as my team sucks. You're sucking with a purpose right now. You're sucking to try and get back to the top. Next year, we'll have a cake schedule. We'll have some young guys with experience. We'll have draft picks, and we'll get our quarterback back. And all of a sudden, things will look a whole lot different than they do right now. The fact that we actually had a lead at halftime for the first time all season against the Eagles, when the Eagles had gotten healthy, hey, makes me feel a whole lot better than I did going into this game. I thought for sure the Eagles were going to destroy us, that they were literally going to bury us and literally tattoo an eagle on our arms. But they showed some character to even be in that game. I don't know, maybe I'm just a homer and I'm looking for a bright side or a silver lining or something. I don't know. But I'm okay with where we are right now. And it's understandable because none of us are where we want to be because of this frickin' COVID. So why should my Dallas Cowboys be any different? Remember, tomorrow's election day. If you haven't voted yet, please. People fought. People died. Soldiers defend your right to have that vote and that say-so in our government. And you are disrespecting them by not using it. Oh, I never turned the lights on, did I? All right, y'all. It's cold out here. It's time for me to get up out of here and go to bed. Tomorrow is going to be a long day. But I appreciate each and every one of you guys.